Greetings, everybody. Hope you okay. Hope you are fine. It is a beautiful day here. It is Wednesday, the 31st of March, isn't it? It is the last day of the month, and it's also our book club meeting calls we meet on every last Wednesday of the month. Hope you're okay. Hope you are fine wherever you are. Hope you had a lovely day. We are enjoying the lovely sunshine here. Goodness me, the lockdown is in England here, and people are enjoying outside in the sunshine. My goodness me, it was good to see people yesterday. I walked out for a walk and people were enjoying, having fun. We're playing basketball, we're playing football, some were playing volleyball. We are sitting, the people were dancing in there, some were relaxing. And like, oh, that was beautiful. Like, yes, that is what I'm talking about. That was great to see everybody out. It's a good thing in times when you don't see people for a long time. So when you see them, you kind of get that feeling of, hey, good to see you. Because once you see people every day, it becomes average. You just get, yeah, it's just you. I'm like, hey, it's you. I was like, hey, it's you. Like, hey, it's you. You know, it's kind of that feeling because it becomes valuable, it becomes unique. But every day you see it, every day it just comes, one of the couple. But because it was so nice to see people around, it's amazing. So if I could have the spirit, that was the spirit which we had every day. Like, wow, that would have been good. People were enjoying, having fun because, why? It's been a long time. Some are showing off on their motorbike, speeding up and down. People are like, yeah, like, why not? Yeah, go for it, show off. Don't always people want to be, show off, show what you got. People are enjoying themselves. So it is a beautiful day. It is perfect time to have a book club or online, isn't it? But thinking maybe next time we can go outside. Oh no, hope you're great. Hope you're fine. Hope you're enjoying it. I hope you love my little background. It's very nice for Zoom. Check it out. It's beautiful, isn't it? It is Book Club Wednesday on the wings of imagination. I added the logo as well in there. But so that is it. So that is what it's all about today. So the next roughly 40 to 50 minutes, we're going to talk about book club. So our next book club is going to be in the end of April. So it's the last Wednesday of April. For those who know, I'm going to say the date, not because I've forgotten. It should be the 28th of, today's it, yeah, it should be the 28th of April. But it's the last Wednesday at 12 o'clock. We'll be here reading live. So hope you're okay, hope you're reading books. I'm going to take out the background because when you're reading books, it doesn't really suit the background. I haven't got a green screen, but all in all, it looks amazing and it looks lovely. So wherever you are, yes, there's books. And I'm going to see it well, but I'm going to talk about this book. So I'm going to take out the green screen, the virtual background. But the book is about getting it done. It's all about getting it done. How to lead when you are not in charge. How to lead when you are not in charge. Well, this is good because you get the skill which can help you even before you're in charge. That is amazing because if you can lead and you are not in charge, if you have a job or something, a project, people look and say, this guy has potential. Why? Or this lady has potential because they're doing something which is out of their comfort zone. They're going the extra mile. So those are the people, life always rewards those who go do something which they're not supposed to do, but it helps others. They come out of a way to help others. Those are the ones life rewards boldly because why? You're able to do something different. If you have a job, people give a job and you stick to it, yes, you accept the terms, but if that's what you're going to get, that's what you're going to get. So don't ask for more. But also do what they want and then go an extra mile, do more in the evenings, put out more, you get more because you put in more. It's like planting. You can plant the same seeds you want, but if you plant more, get more time up, get more watering out, get more fertilizer, you get more out of a harvest or of the planting of the fruits you are planting. That's whether it's in a skill, whether it's in a job, whether it's in a relationship. Those who put in more, sometimes you get out more. But also you have to make sure, if in a relationship, you have to make sure that it's also conducive. But this is talking about how to lead when you are not in charge. Read the back, it says getting it done. This timely, practical, skill-based book beautifully answers the typical seminar complaint. This is good, but the person who really needs it is not here. It will inspire you with the power of example, clear thinking, and the tools to pull off successful, sustainable collaboration with or without formal authority. That is what is incredible. Why? Because when people we have been told you have to wait for authority to speak. to give you permission to do that. I give you permission. I'm setting you free. Like, do not wait for authority to speak, to get it done. What? Obviously, don't take somebody's job. Must learn to lead when you're not in charge. Learn to lead yourself and others. That is good. Yes, others won't like it. People won't like anything. The people won't like you just being alive. Nobody likes you, but you still move on, isn't it? That's not your problem. Yes, people think about benefits and the reasons. If you succeed, what's going to happen? If you think of the disadvantages, those who will not like it, those who like it, yes, they are there, and that might stop you. But to be honest, we've been live a long time. Some people don't want you to be live, but it doesn't mean you're going to stop eating and having fun. And some people, sometimes we've done it before, whereby we feel powerless when we listen to others. What they tell us is word, and this. Sometimes we follow the wrong person because they give us a little bit of knowledge which you think is right, and we say yes. And then we say, once that knowledge is backfires on us, we say it's our fault. But if you learn to get things done, think for yourself, be independent in your thoughts. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. Because you need to get out of the thing of asking. There are times when you can ask for, if you're in a job and you need something to do which is above your skill or your command, then you ask. If you learn to lead, as in leading yourself, taking responsibility for your actions, making decisions, being quick, putting people together, that is great. Those are people who are reliable, can be counted upon. That means you're accountable. People can say, yes, I can put you in charge, or you can start your own business, or you can create something good. And because you're a leader, you can keep it going. You won't quit. When times are hard, you find a way. You bring people together and you make things happen. You don't look at the fear or you don't look at the anger, and you say, yes, I'm going through. That was a quote by Dr. Stephen R. Covey, author of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another one is negotiation master Roger Fisher has done it again. Getting it done is a highly useful, clear, no-nonsense guide to successful persuasion and influence. If you're looking for successful persuasion and influence, that's the book there. This is the joke. It should become the best friends to managers, professionals, and ambitious working people everywhere. That is Rosabeth Moscanter, author of World Class and Rosabeth Moscanter on the Frontiers of Management. Another review is Profound Lessons Made Simple by One of the World's Great Teachers. That is by Ronald A. Haidt. I hope I pronounced it correct, as author of Leadership Without Easy Answers. And what's the book I want to read? Another review is to get the work done today, you must be able to collaborate. Roger Fisher and Alan Sharp have provided the best roadmap that I have seen for collaborating, navigating, and leading your way through ambiguity and unclear lines of authority. That is Philip J. Harkins, President and CEO, Linkage Incorporated. Another review is improving the way we work with others requires changing both their habits and our own. Getting it done shows how to produce the kind of joint behavior that produces results. Robert B. Cialdini, if I'm correct, author of Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. Another review is this book is must reading for those seeking to maximize their contribution to the constructive work of the world. Charles T. Munger, Vice Chairman, Berkshire Hathaway Inc. So those are reviews at the back of the book. Think about the other subtext in the book and what it is to them and who it is and who should read it. So if you are one of those who are looking for success or for successful persuasion and influence, move. If you are professional, if you're a manager, if you're ambitious, some person who is working, this is a book for you to learn. If you're looking to maximize your contribution to the constructive work of the world, Getting It Done is the book to read. So I'm going to go through it, just peruse through the contents, and then you can see if you want to buy the book. So part A talks about the introduction, why this book, and then part A, the big picture. Then we talk about getting it done. Number 2, lateral leadership. Then it's part B, the basic elements of getting things done. It's about the purpose, the aim by formulating results to be achieved. Then talk about thinking, harness the power of organized thought. Then learning, it is integrate thinking with doing. And have engagement, offer everyone a challenging role. And at S7, we got feedback, express appreciation, offer advice. Then part C, it is putting it all together. Use your personal skills systematically. What if you are the boss? Choose to help. So those are the contents. So national, those are the topics in the contents. So we've got about 3 parts, and then in those 3 parts, we've got like 10 questions or 10 modules that it talks about. But it breaks down. So it's quite a good book. It's not too big. It's can read it within probably, a few days. So I'm going to go through again the back, talk about what the book is about. So in getting it done, there are 2 common symptoms. Talking about collaboration is poor and no one is making the situation better. Diagnosis, we don't know enough about getting things done. So your personal skills are limited. There's no clear vision of what good collaboration looks like. You don't know how to influence others' behavior. Prescription, you want to build personal skills, you want to clarify goals, and influence others. Number 1 is you're going to build your personal skills. Number 2, clarify your goals, then influence others. So you're going to build yourself first. Always build yourself first. Build your personal skills. That could be your confidence, your belief in yourself, your willpower, that's talking about your mind. Then you talk about your physical skills, could be your fitness, could be your great health, Then you've got the skills which into like our academic skills. That could be your mathematics, your physics, your biology, neuroscience. What's the skills which you want to learn? So our skills you can build now are people skills now, like how to deal with people, how to talk to people, how to analyze people's situation, how to deal with conflict, how to deal with miscommunication. Those are skills you want to build up. And then you want to clarify your goals now based on things you want to understand, what you want to achieve, what you want to do, how you're going to do it. These are your targets, your aims, your objectives. Put them down. What you're going to do? What's the aim? What's the objective? What are you going to do to finish, to target that goal? I want to read a book, I want to write a book. So that's the goal. The objective is to write at least 1,000 words every day. So that's an objective. So you focus on the objectives, and then that will help you to achieve or to get your goals in order. And then you can influence others. Once you know who you are, you have your skills, you have your goals, then you can influence others. It's like a bus driver. They have to know where they're going. They have to not drive the bus before they take others where they're going, isn't it? Those who drive a train, those who drive public transport, they have to first build up the skills for driving. Then they must know must know the bus route and where the bus stops. And then they can take others on them. Same thing. So as you see, people who are training on the bus drivers or train drivers or taxis are different because taxis don't have a stable route or number route. They always follow different routes. Where you're going is where they go. But a bus and a train, normally they follow a given route unless there's a detour. So they follow a given route. The goal, they know the goal, so they must know the goal. They must have the skills for driving and how to stop, how to get people lighting on, those are wheelchairs. So that's the things people need to learn. So that's a perfect way of being in charge of prescription, building your personal skills, then clarifying your goals, then influence others. That's the perfect example I would give for me. Because they take people others. A taxi will take you where you want to go sometimes. You don't necessarily know about bus routes or other routes. They just make a route where they go, put in sign sometimes, and where you going. But a bus route is I'm going here, I'm going there. So people know where the bus is going. People know the goals of the leader. So once people know where the goals, where you're going, then if they don't know, they ask you. Then they know, okay, this is my goal, then you get on the bus. So that is the best way when the leader knows their goals, where they're going, and have the skills to take you there. Then they can take others onto their bus, and then they can let us go. And that's how leadership should be. First, they build the skills. They sit on training. In England here, they put an L plate, you see them being trained. I don't know how long it takes. Then they're under training, and then after, well, I think once they're capable, then they go up. So that's an example of building skills, of getting things done. So we want to clarify a vision of good collaboration. So always clarify a vision of good collaboration. That is a good, effective communication skills. Bring people together, building a team. Because collaboration is about bringing people together who have the good skills and they have the goals clarified, and have the best thing is how do you work with others. Then you want to learn some basic techniques for stimulating good conduct in others. You want to bring out the best in others, the positive thinking in others, bringing out how to make others work and feel rewarded and feel appreciated. So that is the first part of getting things done. Then number two is lateral leadership. Problem, you cannot make others change. We've tried that, everyone, we're taught to try force others, do this, good for me, but problem is, why do you want to make others change? So two, diagnosis, telling does not inspire others to learn new behavior. Telling, hey, you do this, you do that, does not inspire others to learn new behavior. So telling others what to do implies they have lower status. We're all guilty. We're told, we're starting to be taught, oh, don't do this, hey, be careful. So you have to find another way of telling us to do something by inspiring them to get right down. So I'm saying, do this. Hey, you know, if you try this, it could help you with that. Have you ever thought of wearing a belt on the bus? It's, you know, it'll make you feel better, and you can, you know, be safe if anything happens. So I'm saying, hey, wear your belt. That's the way you speak sometimes. It's the effect you want. Sometimes by telling people what to do, they feel as if you're accusing them, and colleagues might hear you telling them as an accusation, or they might hear you assigning them a lesser role. Some might think you give them something smaller by telling them what to do, even though sometimes you need to. In my opinion, I don't know. Telling people what to do fails to persuade them in most cases. People don't understand why they should change, because they have not participated in your thinking. They have not seen your ideas in action. That is very true. Oh my goodness, it happens all the time when I called him, but I didn't think he didn't show up. But for me, that's how I work. So we are all trained to think that's how I work. So that is how everybody is for it. Because what I'm thinking, you are thinking it. So you have to, when people judge you like, oh, you're wrong because you don't think the way I think. So that is what a lot of people are what they're going through, or what we are going through. Because people have not participated in your thinking. So people are like, oh, you don't think the way I think, now you're different, that means you're wrong, you don't love me anymore, you know, you don't care about me, you know, you didn't come to my thing, you didn't invite me to your party. Why? Because they don't understand why they should change, and they have not participated in your thinking. They have not seen your ideas in action. So the prescription is lead laterally to avoid the negative consequences of telling others what to do. Oh, goodness me, guys. That's made to put in action every day. Separate the person from the problem. Separate the person from, don't tell them you are wrong. Tell them what happened there is not good because it's going to help us out. Don't tell them you are wrong. You know, people like take it, you're accusing them. Even though they're wrong, that's amazing. Some people can't take it. Those who can take it, tell them, but those who cannot, tell them, okay, this is what happened, and let's focus on the problem and dealing the problem and solving it. And telling them how to solve the problem. I will tell them again, yeah, go again, but telling them about what the problem is and how we can do it better. You know? So blame the method, not the person or your colleagues. Blame the joint methods or the collaboration methods or the system, but not the people or your colleagues. You have to acknowledge the good reasons for another's behavior. Always acknowledge the good reasons for another's behavior. Sometimes people forget that compliment, that looking at the good side as well. Because if somebody is wrong, there's something that's done right as well. No matter how wrong people are, someone says the clock is right twice a day. It is a clock. So accept a share of responsibility, especially if you're a leader. If you're involved in something together, always accept a share of responsibility. Sometimes we tend to think, I know it's their decision, they made it wrong, but sometimes if you're working together with somebody, then to be honest, we all have a part to play in making things work. So we also accept a share of the problem and what went wrong. We're saying, because you're working with me, if somebody's married and it was husband's fault, wife's fault, no. You got to accept a share of the responsibility. And if you're working with somebody who does not want to share the responsibility, be careful, because anything goes wrong, they'll blame you. Anything goes right is we win, but if it goes wrong, nothing to do with it. So be very careful those people who don't want to admit that they are wrong or don't share responsibility, because once the bad time comes, they will go. But the good times, they want to celebrate with you. So think about roles as others may see them. That's a good thing. Think about, if I do this, how will others see it? How will they interpret it? What do they think in their mind? Because sometimes they think, I've said it, so they're going to believe what I say, or they're going to do as I say. But no, you got to think, okay, how will, if I say this, how will she see it? How will they see it? How will that man see it? How will the woman see it? How will they interpret? How will the kids understand it? How will the workers see it? How will the boss see it? How will my friends see it? You got to see, understand how do people process their thoughts. So you got to expect that. You got to go beyond and say, yes, I've said it, but how will it come across? For example, people now, like when the Prime Minister announced some of the rules for lockdown, some of them were clear to others, but people came in with different suggestions. Oh, he is not looking after our holidays. He doesn't care. Some saying a liar. So one sentence, people will interpret different ways. What that means is he's being lie, he's being derogative, or he's being bad, or he's not telling the whole truth. Just I'm saying we're going to ease down lockdowns gradually. People are saying, see, I told you. They're looking up, they're taking our freedom away. Some say, oh, they do not want us to go on holiday. And now they'll say, oh, I don't think this man is great because he's helping us up. So one sentence can be interpreted, will be interpreted by different people based on how they think. So your message will be interpreted based on how people think. It's an example, talking to two people who had a conversation. Someone was saying, oh, take my help. Or like, hey, because they lockdown now, people eating a lot and they don't wait. It's fun, but once you get out there, you'll be unable to do a lot because you put on so much weight. And everyone was telling the other one, oh no, have fun, eat your crisps. I'm like, hey, you're telling me good. I said, then I was the bad one, the other one was the good one, because I was telling him what they don't want to hear. Sometimes you gotta listen to people just because they know what's good for them or what they should do. By telling them, you seem bad. That was a lesson learned. I'm telling you, every day has its own lessons to learn. Somebody can be dying and be killing himself, but you tell them, hey, be careful. And they're like, hey, you're bad because you're telling me what, but they don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear some things. So learn to let people go, or just to learn to keep it quiet and say, oh, okay, good. Because when you try open up, oh, you're being horrible. That's exactly what it's talking about. People will think like, so the person thought I was accusing them, putting them down, and said, oh, you're bad now. Suddenly I was labeled bad because I told them, be careful, don't eat too much, make sure you go exercise that so you don't get too overweight and go to your heart, and then you can, after lockdown, you can go have fun. And that was bad because I was telling them what they didn't want to hear. But they're saying that is true. So imagine, sometimes you got to be quiet. That's when I realized silence is golden. People are struggling, but they don't want to hear anything that is not that is not right to them. But yet they want to talk to you. So you gotta to be careful of that. That's very important. So people will think about roles as others. So think about your roles as others may see them. Think about your roles as others may see them. Think that is important. That's something I learn. I do it sometimes, but yet again, sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm ready to defend quickly, or sometimes I'm ready to explain to them what the rules are. But yet now we're gonna see how will they interpret what I'm saying. So now I'm gonna stop being, think and see what are they going to reply. If they're going to complain, I'll say, I want him Baba. Second one, like, no, let it go. Sometimes people bring about our own failures or faults by only wanting to see one thing, part of the story. So that's one thing. So think about roles as others may see them. So you want to make the roles or the decision, make it attractive, make it empowering. Involve colleagues in planning changes. Keep an open mind. So these are ways of thinking about roles, how may see them. So you have to make it so brilliant, so nice, so empowering, so inspirational, motivational. If you're having a team meeting, make sure you involve others in the planning if you're part of the same team. Neighbors want to be part of my team, like Josh, but you're not part of my team. Why should I tell you? Do I want to tell you? Do I want you to tell them everything about what they're not supposed to know? I say no, and they get angry. So if you're part of a team, then involve the people in the team or your colleagues or your workmates in the planning. That is if your colleagues. If you're in the same business, if you're in the same thing, then work, then yes, involve others who are part of the team. Do not involve those who are not part of the team. Keep an open mind. Don't be saying, okay, this is what I want to know, that's it. Sometimes plans may change, or you might have to let go of somebody, bring on somebody new. That is what being open is, because you gotta not be saying, okay, that's it, that's all we're doing. This is one way, and that's the only way we're doing. Those are very static and not fluid. They flow. They don't really get much done because they only think of one way, lateral thinking, and not lateral thinking, but one way, one, and that's it. So keep an open mind whenever you are. That's when you have to agree or disagree, but keep an open mind. Suggestions. People come in, I know, do that as well. Keep an open mind, listen to what people are saying, but take on and then make a decision. So you want to think about roles as others may see them. If I tell this person what they're going to think, will they come? Will they say no? Are they confident? Will they be able to play it out through? Because if you give somebody a role and then they don't come through, when you expect them to do it, but they are not able to do it, then that's your fault. Because if they are weaker in mind and they don't do it, and then you're counting on them and they don't do it, don't blame them because you didn't analyze this situation. That what if they don't see it the way you see it? How do they think? How do they process their thoughts? How do they act? Because we're all different. You can't expect an island and a ship to act at the same situation. When it comes to fear, a lion will courage in, a ship will run away in most cases. When it comes to flying, a ship cannot fly, and an eagle will fly, an animal will walk. So people operate differently in situations. So you gotta stop about thinking about everyone should think like you. Get out of your mind. That is one thing never go. So keep an open mind and think about roles as others may see them. That is part two. Let's go lateral leadership. So the last part of this lateral leadership is putting it into practice. So you gotta choose a tactic for inviting people to think along. So ask them to contribute their thoughts. So I want to explain the purpose of a question. Ask real questions. So we have a team today. So guys, what are your thoughts on this book? This I want to know because I would like to know if this book is relevant to you. Have you been in the situation before? So those are closed questions because they give you it's open questions, so I give people a chance to. It's more focused. If I say, what do you think? If people might tell me anything, but I say, what do you think about this book? What do you think about the book so far? Have you been in a situation that this book is talking about? Asking the yes or no. If we get a no, I'm going to ask why. So I ask, if it's a yes, I'll say, great, can you explain to us which situation that was? How did you come through it? How did you go through it? How did you come out in the end victorious? If it's a no, how come you've not been through it? Do you want to try and do it? So those are questions which trigger people to answer. If I say, what do you think? People will tell me, oh, I'm hungry. Yeah, that's my fault because I wasn't clear with my questions. So I gotta target the questions with regards to the goal and the objective of the meeting, of the planning. So if you ask anybody, how are you? I may tell you about that. I didn't want to hear that, but you didn't clarify. So I told you what I thought you wanted. I told you what I thought you wanted to hear. But if I'm specific, I told you how have you read this book before? This one. People say yes or no. People cannot tell me my day was fine. Because if I ask you, have you read this book before? And you ask my day was fine, that means you're not listening. Because I'm being specific. So you have to ask real questions and explain the purpose of a question. So I'm asking you because I would like to know more about ABCD. Have you been an employee? Have you been in a situation? Have you ever been ever been told what to do and you felt down? Have you asked somebody something and they gave you something different and you thought they were minimizing you, you thought they were not listening? Those are questions I'm asking why, and it explains the purpose of the question. Enough ways to offer your thoughts. So I want to contribute one piece of the puzzle. So I think that this book is amazing because one, what I got out of it is that I need to separate the person from the problem, and also people will see or explain what they see as how they see them. People will interpret according to how they think, not according to what you think is good for them. So that's what I need to. I read it before, but I think I forgot it. So I need to go back again to it. So that's why I love this book. So that's what I've taken from this book so far. People do not understand why they should change. That is very true. People understand, but it's me. This is how I do things. They don't understand, but they want you to change for them. People don't understand that. So you have to be in that position to understand people don't want to change, but they want others to change so they can be comfortable sometimes. Those are the questions. I would say those are my thoughts on the book on lateral leadership. So invite others to challenge your thinking. So what do you think? Am I right? Do you think that's a good one? People like challenging others. People love it. Even though they're wrong, they like challenging. So what do you think? I personally think it's wrong. What do you think? What do you think of my idea? Oh, when I do it all the time, people come and, oh, Josh, I think you're wrong. No. People open up to big challenges when challenging. People want to challenge your thinking, but if you challenge theirs, oh no, you're wrong. So that's the way of getting people hooked on. Ask people to challenge your thinking. I think that's one of the best ways to get people talking. It's something which is not grammatically correct. I mean, people ask for challenging. They'll try to correct you quickly. Oh no, Josh, that's wrong. No, you did it wrong. No. Like, So people only listen to, but people want to listen to how they think. But when it comes to challenging you, your thoughts, they're ready to do that. So that's why sometimes people are just pretending not to listen. They don't want to hear. But once they want to challenge you, they will speak to you. They'll tell you what it is. Some people for you, they won't tell you the truth. But once you put yourself in the spotlight, they are ready to tell you everything bad about you, good about you. That's how they are. But once you ask them what you're thinking, oh, they'll tell you different stories. It's like, so why didn't you say it in the first place? Simple. Oh, that's what I've been told. That's leadership for you, isn't it? So to offer your thoughts, you want to contribute to one piece of the puzzle. Don't give the whole answer. Problem like, hey, I'm here as well. Some people are like that, whereby they don't want to talk about anything. They don't want to ask a question, they want to contribute. If you do everything, they complain, oh, you take everything, then do something, oh, I'm busy. They don't want to be part of the group, but then they don't want to be lazy, but they want to be part of the end. But so if you do everything, they complain that you're doing the job, oh, they are not asking for contribution. They ask them, they don't want to contribute. So always give one piece of the puzzle. Don't give them the whole answer. Give a piece of the others come up with their own answers. So if they're wrong, doesn't matter wrong or right, let them come up with answers. So they cannot say, oh, we didn't invite us. So they got their voices hard, isn't it? In other words. Give people a chance. So once you might know the whole puzzle, but give one piece so people cannot say you're being, you're not being fair. Give others a chance to speak. If they say no, then you say, I'll give a chance, going once and twice, close, and move on to the next person. I might also invite others to challenge your thinking. That will get them into action because people love challenging others. It makes them feel good that, hey, I told him off, I told them off, even though they're wrong. Even though you know the whole puzzle, let them challenge you. So give them one small thing and make them challenge it. And they'll think they know everything about you. I'm like, oh God, no, you don't. So another way is to do something constructive. I always think of things which are constructive, things which are building people, which make things improve better, improve others, solutions, innovations, things which are constructive, positive thinking of the benefits, things which are helping build a better place, or your leadership, which are constructive. If you're at work, what's constructive? What is your job? What's your role? How can you be constructive in that particular role? So what's my job? What am I doing? Who am I? Then what will be constructive is after you understand your skills, your goals, then you can think of what is constructive in that particular area. For example, if you're a manager, what I want to goal, manage people, help people understand the problems. So what is my goal? To help others solve the problems. And the constructive is kind of a system of maybe tickets or maybe of helping others, system of answering questions. That is being constructive in your role as a manager. If you're a chef, how constructive will be, how can I organize my ingredients together? What can I, set up my kitchen beforehand? So are my checks right? Are my ingredients all in date? Are they expired? Are they ready? Are they together? Is everything together? Are my cooks all together? So every role requires different kind of constructiveness. Constructive is just a way of making things put together in a better way, but it's relative to the place. If you're a speaker, make sure you're speaking online. Like now, make sure your mic is ready. Make sure your background is great. Okay, up the hand. Make sure you're prepared your talk before you come on. That's being constructive. Let's be constructive in the role that you are in. So you want to organize and explain your reasoning. Organize your reasoning and then explain it. I'm telling you I believe in God because this and this and that. I'm telling you I don't believe in God because this and that. I told you I don't believe in this, that because of this and that. I believe in this vision because of A, B, C, D. Once you know that, people don't leave your reasoning to, don't leave in open holes. People can attack you, but you don't explain. So once you explain that, people don't have, people kind of get rid of attacking you because they say, oh, you didn't talk. So you explained why you believe it. Now people have a chance now to ask back because now they know what you're doing, what you think, and then why you think it. You just say, I'm better than you, or I'm bigger than you. Explain why, then let people know why. Most people don't know why, and then ask you why. Some say, oh, I can't get a job, why? I don't know. I'm homeless, why? I don't know. I need to have this food, why? They don't know why they're doing things. They don't understand why. So that's the key. People, we are taking action, but you don't understand why. So if you can explain why you are speaking, why you're being angry, why you're being sad, why you're being hateful, why you're being happy. The why is the motivating, what makes you do that. That's the cause and effect. The why is why you do things, why you reason that way. That gives you a definition. Definitions makes things clear, it's clarity, it's positive. So by explaining why you believe something, now it becomes more clear. We're doing this meeting because we are here to talk about books and inspire others to read and write. So why do I hold book club every last Wednesday? Because we help people we inspire people to read, develop, and publish their own stories. So why? So they can have a better understanding of themselves. They can have a bigger audience. They can tell others the stories. They can inspire others who are in the same situation. That's why we hold book clubs. If I say I hold a book club, oh, okay, it doesn't make sense. I said why? So we can help one to inspire and motivate others to read, write, and publish the books. We help those who want to improve their vocabulary so they can read more, can have a better understanding of the language, so they can be able to be better communicators. They can help to stand up for themselves, be more confident, improve their self-esteem, to be happier. Now that is more clarified. I explained why I'm holding a book club. Why am I holding a video today? Because we hold it every last Wednesday of the month, so we can talk about different books and authors and see what they talk, so we can talk about their experience. So you don't have to go through it. So by reading the books, people tell you what they have done, so you don't have to go through the experience. So you can learn by learning from others. You don't have to go through it. It saves you many years of practice and hard work and mistakes just by learning from those who have done it before. That's why we hold the book club. Once I do it every Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Because Wednesday is the middle of the week. On the weekends, people are busy. On the beginning of the week, people are going back to work. At the end, people are relaxing, winding down. So in the middle of the week, people are a bit more focused and ready, in the mood of working, or the mood of being productive. But the weekend, people are a bit relaxed. Mondays, people are just going back to work. Fridays, people are just ending work, so they're not really tested that much. So Wednesday is the perfect day for the book club. Why 12 o'clock? Because it's the middle of the day. In the morning, people might be sleeping. In the evening, people might be going out of work. I mean, those in the UK, those in America might be roughly 6, 7 in the morning. Those in the Far East might be around 7 p.m. or 6. So that's the perfect time. So I'm explaining why. Now it makes more sense. If I just say book club 12 p.m. every last Wednesday, like, that's not for me, isn't it? So explain your reasoning. Organize yourself and explain your reasoning. That opens up. People can have a better way of getting involved. People can say, if you're right, if you're wrong, people can say, okay, but why do you believe that? It also builds your confidence, and also people have more faith and trust in you because you're being open to them. Because you're being trusty, you're creating trust with people by explaining why you think like that. Because that means you're not hiding. People love people who are trustful and open-minded. No matter people say, no matter how much they hide themselves, they like those who are confident because you tell them as it is. Even though they don't like it, they'll respect you for it. That's people for you, isn't it? So part B is basic elements of getting things done. Aim by want to formulate results to be achieved. So you want to first develop a personal skill, sharpen your purpose. You want to develop your personal skill, make it sharp, make it good. Spend 100 hours doing one thing, just want to make it very, very good. You want to reach a point whereby you're so good at what you do it effortlessly. If you have to put the effort to do something, then you're not there yet. So you want to reach a point whereby the skills you do it without thinking. It's part of the subconscious. It's part of you. You can do it without, thinking. You don't have to think about it. What am I doing next? It's automatic. All the skills we have, some say gifts, but some skills we need to develop. A skill is something you need to learn and work on, not a gift. Gift is something you're born with talent. But personal skill, that you're probably speaking slowly. That's I need to work on my speaking slowly. I'm getting there. Another one is learning how to use Zoom. I'm learning how to create live videos, and how to write and finish a book. That's for me as well. So you have to develop a personal skill, sharpen your purpose. Sharpen means making sure everywhere is nice and neat. The whole skill is good. Don't do it half and then let go. Sharpen your purpose. Sharpen your skill. Make sure it's perfect. So even when you work hard, there is often little to show for it. Because sometimes you lack a useful purpose. Why do we lack purpose? Because sometimes we react to the past instead of shaping the future. Many people are still stuck in the past. Oh my goodness me. Oh, he hurt me, she hurt me. Oh, they were racist. Oh, they were kind. Oh, they rejected my joke. My ex 4 years ago. Oh, colonialism. Oh, this, the murder. Yes, it happened, but it's in the past. That is life. Those events happen every single day. You will stop acting the past. People so happened. Yes, it happened. It's sad. But we gotta keep moving on, doesn't it? People are like, no. And then if you get involved with them, they want you to think the way they think, and it brings you down. They say, no, I mean, they think you're horrible, clean names. Like, yes, doesn't matter. Stop reacting to the past. The past is gone. You want to shape your future because you can't go back. Let's go to the front and say, that is gone. What can I do different now to change it? Otherwise, you still living in the same cycle. Sometimes you have a purpose, but it does not help. Doesn't help. So that's when with a goal, it's not very motivating. I want to do 5 sit-ups a day. That's good. 5 to 5, you're gone. It's not going. I want to do like 1 video a year. That's good. Once you're done, there's nothing else to do. So nothing inspiring. So it fails to inspire. Does not help judge success. It offers no immediate direction. Some other things when you have small goals, which don't really motivate you. Say I want to make £1 million this year by selling a product worth £1,000 and get at least 1,000 customers. I'm going to do adverts, I'm going to do live videos, I'm going to do webinars. That is motivating because that gives me a chance to like say, right, that's a plan of action. If I say I want to just make a few pounds or just make some salary, it's not motivating at all. So it won't really help you to achieve it. Sometimes it is not easy to formulate a purpose. So you want to formulate a purpose that motivates and guides you. Don't just react. Look ahead. What's the purpose? How does it motivate you? No, what is the motivating reason behind what you are doing? Because you have no motivation, trust me, no matter how good you are, sometimes how skilled you are, no motivation, you won't do it. Many people out there who are very skilled, have good advice, have brilliant skills, but they're not motivated. So they're sitting on the skills, and then people die of them. So I want to formulate a purpose that will help get things done. We're going to set a purpose over 3 points in time. An inspiring, distant vision. Now it's like 10 years ahead, 20 years ahead. A midterm goal, to use as a milestone. That so from 10 years, 5 years, or 3 years from now, or 1 year, then some immediate objectives. What am I going to do today, right now? So the end goal, the middle point, and right now. That's how you want to set your goals. So it can motivate you. An example is, I can say 1 year, 5 years. Let's say 1 year's time, the book club, I like to have more members of the book club, like different people that can present to the book club in 1 year. In 6 months, I'd like to have more followers on the page, or I'd like to have more notepads and more books so people can use. And then now I'm going to start investing in funding, or I'm going to look for people who are interested in volunteering the book club. And that's how I begin right now. So those are goals I can set for immediate, midterm, and long term for the book club. Writing a book, today I'm going to write 100 words for this book. I want to publish my book in 1 year, I say. And in 6 months, I'd like to have done half the book. On today or this week, I'm going to start with the topic, with the contents, and write at least 1 chapter this week. So that's how I've broken down my objectives for writing a book, within a year, within 6 months, within right now. So one way to build a set of, so you want to formulate your purpose in terms of results to be achieved. So you want to formulate in what you want to achieve. So it's the end in mind, begin and end in mind. So what you want to achieve, then break it down that way. Publish a book, which helps people, women do this. Publish a book, which helps men do this. When you formulate the plan and bring it into action now. So one way to build a set of goals is to start with a goal that inspires. That's one gives you the most confidence. You want to revise near and distant goals. Every time you revise, go for them every day. Am I near? What do I need to do next? And then once, make sure they are aligned. Ask for why am I doing it and how am I doing it? Look at your goals, why am I doing them and how am I doing them? So you want to clarify. So the second part is clarify a vision of jointly using this skill. So if you're working with others now, remember some might not understand your purpose. Sometimes it's hard to get everyone involved. So you want to get, if you're working with people now, that you want to have everyone's help. You want to get everyone's help to formulate a set of results to achieve together. Those who are part of a team, get them together. Those who are part of a team, I repeat, just tell them your secrets and help them to get so we can start a goal and get it achieved together. So if you have a set of goals that guides everyone and motivates the whole team, and which are created together, that helps everyone. People be part of a team. They'll feel more motivated because why? They were part of it. If you're in a team. So when everyone helps to formulate the goals to work together, everyone learns everyone's immediate objectives. So most people become committed and they say, how can we make this happen? Yeah. And then lead. Improve your purpose, setting in your position. So start leading now. Once you understand all these goals, the skills together, everyone's involved, put them together, come in. So know the purpose of every task. You want to work to improve the organization's substantive purpose. As for data, find the thinking behind the current statement of purpose, offer data and diagnosis, report your own reaction, offer direction, offer do something, improve the process by getting everyone involved in setting subsidiary goals. So there's the main goal, and then get us to get into the small goals, which will help us achieve the big goal. Ask for data. So everyone is sufficiently committed to the goal. Are we committed? Why not? Do you need help? Offer diagnosis. Offer someone else's goals don't motivate me as much as my own. Offer direction. Let everyone help set the goals. What's the way that we can lead? If you're in charge, if you're not in charge. So get in charge as well. So the 4 is thinking. Harness the power of organized thought. That is the best part. You want to harness the power. You want to harness it, capture it, put it into harness it, like harness, get the power of organized thought. The problem is when thinking is haphazard, a complex task can be overwhelming. When your thinking is not straight, then any complex task will overwhelm you and cause you stress and depression a lot. So when I use a box of tools to aid what? Clear thinking. We promote clear thinking. Why? You want to, once your thoughts are clear and you know how to solve or tackle a problem, or get a solution. You want to have a framework for thinking systematically. You want a framework of how you think systematically. What is the problem? How do I solve it? Who's going to come with me? What are my skills? What are my goals? How long do I have? You want to think systematically. Just think, oh, what am I doing? No. You want to think systematically. Think systematically. That is the way. You want to harness the power of organized thought. So look at the problem, the data. Is it too much? Are you biased? Do you give undue weight? Do you think that you know what is more important than what you don't? Are you trapped in your own point of view? These are things you have to talk about yourself when you're thinking. You have to be honest with yourself. What do you want? How do you escape your own bias? So you have to escape your own bias. What's stopping me? How am I thinking? Do I give this thing enough time? Am I prioritizing my time? Am I being honest? Am I being biased? You got those things you have to ask yourself once you're a leader, if you want to be a true leader, that is it. So diagnosis, rather than react to symptoms, step back and look for causes. So always look for the cause of what is happening. Before you react, hey, what think about me? Look at the cause. Look at the cause. You find the cause that is helping a lot instead of reacting, getting mad and angry. Step back. Somebody wants to talk to you, step back, look at the cause. And why are you asking me that? Asking back. So find the cause of the symptoms. Don't just quickly react to the symptoms. So data, you can use reasoning, conclusion, you can do surveys, you can do thinking and observations. You want to invent a creative approach. So when divide thinking among generate, evaluate, and decide. Consider many options before choosing. Just look at one. Yep, that's what I want. That's it. I'm good. No. Consider many options. Sometimes it's the good to many options, but look around and see what is the best option out of all the ones you have. You know. Then you're going to turn the good ideas into a plan, an operational plan. Sometimes you have good ideas, and that's where they stop. So the part is where we turn into operational plan, an operational plan. That's something which is going to be applied into action and make things happen. That's what we want to go end. The good ideas. Oh, that's it. We fought for this. Good meeting. Bye. So we're going to turn your good ideas into an operational plan. A plan which is operational, which is into effect, which is implemented. Right. I've put it down. What is happening? Let's go for it. Yeah, I'm guilty a lot. I do sometimes. I have good ideas, and oh, that's it. And I forget for a few months sometimes. So But yeah, so always think of the operational plan. So remember, we all think differently. We all think differently. We want to use the same simple pattern to organize our joint thinking. So we want to get a pattern of thinking whereby we all use the same pattern, because we all think different. So if the steps that we all must follow, then it helps us when you're thinking together as a person. So once contract, relationship, marriage, or business, or you're working with somebody, you must have a pattern of steps people need to follow in order to think, because we all think differently. If you don't set a clear guide, people answer according to what they believe. But if you set clear goals in the contract, this is what you expect, what should be done, people cannot say, I don't know. So we have a systemized pattern to organize our joint thinking for those who are in the team. Then maybe stimulate others to think systematically. So when it's trying to stimulate others, give a bit of stimulation so they can think towards that pattern of what you've set. It's hard to get others to think about thinking. That is very true. So first, you want to think systematically yourself, and then try to get others to join for that pattern which we have set as a group, so they can think together. Then number 5, want to keep learning from what you do. Keep learning from what you do. Plans are based on mistaken assumptions, actions on mistaken plans. So the cause of this is because people postpone action till you're ready, till you don't postpone. So you want to integrate your thinking and doing. Jump to action early. Oh, you do it again. Don't just choose between planning and doing. Just ask, what's the risk? Start reviewing almost immediately. So jump into action early. Jump into action early. The other bad mosquito catches the worm. So you want to take your action, jump into action early. Don't wait for last minute and say, oh, make excuses, You want to follow short cycles of prepare, act, review, prepare, act, review, prepare, act, review. My book, action, review. Every day, every week, review. So work put together, prepare your vision, act on it, and then review how far we're going. You want to engage others. Increase our challenges to make it interesting in your challenges. So you want to add in more stuff now. Think innovatively, be creative with the challenges, So make commitment smaller, find opportunities, take time to contribute, expand your job, to include things that aren't being done, add in more beautiful, make it more creative, like a nice little dish, add in more different kind of stuff to make it beautiful. So once everyone is fully engaged, they try to get everybody in your team engaged so that everybody's on board. So don't people left out. Because the bigger team, sometimes some people get left out. The team is very big. Tend to miss out somebody because you think everyone's on board, and then they're not expressing the feelings. So you have to make sure everyone's on board. How are you feeling? Are you okay? What's going on today? If you're in a big team, so the things that happen. So do your best to offer each person an attractive role. To start people's interest in the role. Make sure you're trying to help them out, get them interested in what they are doing. List the tasks assigned to them. Assign work to small groups, delegate work to the lowest level. Assign each person the most important task of which they are capable of doing. Then you want to foster a climate that invites engagement. Engagement is what you want. Get people engaged in your social media, in your books, in your work. People want engagement. People are replying, commenting, asking for more information. That's what you want. Inquiring more your services, your products, your book, engaging. How can I get in touch with you? You want engagement. Learn how to offer supportive feedback. Oh, this is what happens. This is how we should get it done. This is what you did. Maybe we could change this and that. Supportive feedback. Not just feedback. I thought you're wrong. Supportive feedback. Yes, this, but this is how we can improve from here on. Okay, and then next, I clarify a vision of jointly using the skill, an atmosphere of mutual support and coaching. So you want to make everybody feel appreciated so they can perform better. Seeking coaching is a sign of competence. So you want to lead, encourage others to offer better feedback as well. Request coaching, offer direction, offer diagnosis. Tell people what sort of feedback helps you. Protect the cues from above. So take others to coach you as well. Like, what am I doing wrong? Help me with this, help me with that. And use your personal skills systematically, your purpose, your thinking, your learning, your engagement, and your feedback. What are the things you want to put into purpose? So if you're the boss, you want to get better results, pay more attention to the way your people work, make better decisions, involve others in the decision-making process, to improve collaboration, lead by asking, offering, and doing. Lead by asking, not telling, lead by asking, offering, and doing. And number 10, choose to help, choose to help, and choose to help. So that is the book. That was beautiful, goodness me. That was amazing. That is really good. I took it a lot. Lead by asking, offering, and doing. Plan, act, and review. And I haven't done the review, but I always do act and then I do review, but I now set weekly goals for me to review what I'm doing. That way I'm in regular, constant updates of what I'm doing. So this was a brilliant book, Getting It Done by Roger Fisher. It's a collaboration of Roger Fisher and Alan Shop. It's a great book. So check it out on Amazon or if you want to buy it. But I hope you loved that. I enjoyed it. To be honest, it was very good. So getting things done, how to lead when you are not in charge. And if you're in charge, you want to learn how to lead a team of people. Because for leaders, this is important. If you're a leader, you must read this book. It's a good book for you to read. Not a must, but it's a great book to add to your shelf. If you don't want to lead when you're not in charge, it's a good book as well. So you can learn how to instill those principles to build yourself first, to then clarify your goals, and then start influencing others. That is how you get more engagement. Once your skill is built, once you are able to have a clear goal, and once you're open-minded and you can influence others, as I say, the bus driver, the train driver, they have set rules, they focus on the skills, they know where the goals, the bus stops are, where the train stops, how to stop the train. When they take others on the train, and when they take them where they're going, that's the best. Okay, well, pilot as well. Because they have set goals which they follow and they have to learn them first. Taxi will go anywhere, it's time just driving, but a bus or a train is set in the ways whereby this is the route. That's what they do, and then they take others. So that is the way, same similar concept. It's been an hour. So I hope you're great, hope you're fine. That was great for me, wherever you are. It is great. My name is Joshua Jehuda. We're here, Emerald Book Club. Now we're online at the moment, but as time goes by, we'll be back. Depending on lockdown, we'll be come back. But online is good because we're able to reach people around the world. We are based locally, but as time comes by, we'll come back to meeting physically. Don't know when that will be, but as I said, we use what we have. So we are online every month. Once a month, we are on Zoom. You can also stream live if you're on Facebook now. You can don't forget to click the bell for notifications and check out our page, Emerald Book Club on Facebook. We're on Twitter as well. We're on YouTube as well. We're also on Instagram as well. So we're all there, social media platforms. So thank you for watching, guys. Remember, get things done. Remember, leader or not, you're going to get things done, getting it done. Get things done. If you're an employee, get things done. If you're a leader, get things done. That's how the world works. Those who are constructive are the ones to move forward and get things done. This has been Book Club Wednesday. As you can see right there, Book Club Wednesday. There you are, on the wings of imagination. That is every last Wednesday of the month. I'll just let you know the next book club we have is, when you can join me. It will be, I'm sure it's 28th, but let me just clarify. It's going to be April 28th. That was correct. April 28th is going to be our next book club from 1 p.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Why? Because that's during the day. We can have those who are in Asia, those in America, those who are tuning in are in there. Why Wednesday? Because Wednesday is when people are in the middle of the week a bit more focused on the week on running things and in the zone. The weekend, people are relaxing. The beginning of the week, people are just beginning. The end of the week, people want to relax. So the end of the week is better. Once a month is good, so we don't have to be holding like against. Once a month is good. The rest of the days, we just do other stuff, probably like vocabulary building, engagement, debates. Once a month, we go live and talk about a book. So I hope you have enjoyed it, because I have enjoyed it. It is Book Club Wednesday. Goodness me, I am fired up. I want to go out and go for a walk in this lovely sun, because it's Book Club Wednesday and I'm ready to get things done. Ready to ask, to lead, to offer, to do, to review. I'm going to put these things in practice when? Right now, because now is the time. The past is gone. This is a way to plan the future. Books, books, books. Welcome to Emerald Book Club, where we inspire and motivate others, readers, writers, and publishers to read more, write more, and become publishers in society and worldwide. Have a great day. Look after yourself. We'll see you next month. Goodbye.